Welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Well, we are back to some Sarah Boone stuff, or whatever you want to call it. This is again some phone calls from the Third Rail True Crime. In this one, she goes into how she got in trouble and she's going through her disciplinary report. So this is from June 4th of 2025.
This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hello.
Hey.
I know you're really busy. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. What's up?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. What's up?
Well, I've been trying to call you for the past couple of days, and you haven't answered any messages, so I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, I've just been slammed with work. What were the messages? What's going on?
Well, I need for you to please send 2 emails to the warden and to the head of security, please, for my hearing.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent that to you, I think, like 2 days ago. If you could just take a look at it and add whatever it is, like cut and paste it, whatever it is that you want to do, but I need for you please to do that because I haven't had my hearing yet, and apparently it's more serious than what I'm thinking it is. So, like, a lot of the people that have been here for like 30 years are telling me that I need to do whatever it is I can to help save my ass.
Okay. When's your hearing?
It was supposed to have been yesterday, but the entire ceiling collapsed in the classifications department, so it was cut off. So it's probably going to be tomorrow.
Okay.
Please. And I sent the 2 emails. It's Frank Gatto and it's, of course, Shelley Baker, who you've emailed before. But I got to try and do whatever it is that I can in the meantime. Like, this is serious, and just, like, this is serious. And on top of everything else, and this pretrial statement is driving me crazy, and just this parenting plan. So it's a lot, please.
Yeah.
Peter.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that you were okay because I haven't heard from you.
No, I'm okay, sir. Definitely get those out today. I just got to finish this up. They'll be out before noon. And what's the hearing? So is the stakes are still the same though, right? Like, it's that they'll take away your privileges and send you back to the other building, right? Which is not a good thing.
Right. They'll remove me from the incentivized program, which I worked so hard for to get here by being a role model inmate and abiding by all the rules, and I would never do anything differently.
Wow. She's a role abiding inmate? I find that hard to believe. What about you guys? Can you see Sarah actually doing what they tell her to do without some kind of back talk? Again, I do not see Sarah as normally a model roommate. I just don't I can't see it.
Like, I didn't lie. I mean, everybody was like, how else were you supposed to utilize your pre-trial conference without your tablet? And after she's done everything with me and you and everybody else with the correspondence, you know, one way or another, I read between the lines that I could take my tablet. And nonetheless, they should know, too, by me not taking my tablet, that I have no other access to the court.
Right.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a big deal. And Peter, you have to understand, I left. She kept telling me it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. I left with my tablet thinking that it was okay. And then 4 hours later, she wrote me this DR, and I was served the next day with it.
Who did, Santiago?
Yes.
When she said it's okay, it's what, when you were in that room, she saw that you had the tablet and said, why do you have your tablet?
I came in the front door with all of my paper in my tablet, and I went to the front desk and I said, how do I log on to Wi-Fi or whatever it is in order to utilize my court documents? And then from there, the front desk lady went back and got the security person, and she came out and asked me, who gave you permission? And I said, Miss Santiago. So then they went back and got Miss Santiago, and Miss Santiago came out yelling at me that she never gave me permission to bring my tablet. And I said, I never would have brought it if you didn't. And so then another sergeant came in and told me to stop talking and yelling at me in front of everybody. So I have like 4 people yelling at me, and then Miss Foss came out there behind. And in my head, I'm like, Peter, what is going on? And so then they all went back there, and then Miss Santiago came back out, and she goes, we all know that you need this, so you can use it this time. So I went back there, and I kept profusely apologizing to her that I had my tablet, but I thought I understood that I could have it. After talking to her 100 times, you talking to her, and everybody else talking to her and the entire classifications department knowing I had to have my court documents. And
Oh, you mean she thought that she could have her tablet, and I'm sure that they told her no, or they were ignoring her, because Sarah just drones on and on and on. And if she's apologizing for it after the fact that she didn't pay attention, because I believe this is all on Sarah. I can't believe that they would have said, oh, yeah, you could take it. And then when she arrives, said, oh, no, that's not what we said. I don't believe that at all. But you know how Sarah is. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood. I'm the smartest person in the room. Yeah. So getting in trouble for it, well, it's bound to happen with Sarah.
knowing that I've been trying everything and then some to get them, but I can't because I can't receive anything from third parties. So she kept telling me it was okay over and over and over again and told me to focus on my call. She knows how hard I'd worked for it. And then I left and still was trying to profusely apologize to her. And then she kept telling me it was okay. It was okay. And the next time to send the inmate request form, and she would give me instructions on how to do it properly. I left with my tablet and everything was fine. And then again, 4 hours later, she wrote this DR, and then the next day I was served by a sergeant with it.
I'm pretty sure she's like, I guess you got it here. So at this point, they probably decided just to let her use it because she had this, she had the need for it. They just figured, just let her have it, whatever. And of course, she goes on and on and on and on. She has to apologize, out the ass, because that's how she works. And when they told her it's fine, they didn't mean it was really fine. They weren't going to let her not have some sort of repercussions for it. They just, they were nice enough to let her use it after the fact that she brought it without getting the proper, I guess, paperwork, or however they have to follow in the correctional facility.
It's a total WTF moment. Like, I'm confused. Is it okay or it isn't okay? Because obviously it's not okay.
Yeah, that's weird. So you had this thing happen, and then you had your call, and you took your tablet in.
Yes, I walked in the door with it, showing it to them, asking how I'm supposed to log on so I can utilize my court documents. And then from there, everybody freaked out, where it's like, what is the big deal? And it's just, there's a whole lot of, it's just stupid, and it's convoluted, and it's unnecessary. So I have a feeling, because of how fantastic Miss Santiago really is as a human being, that she was okay with it, and she understands all the BS that I'm going through. Then, like, somebody came back up in her office and said, you can't let her get away with that. That's when she wrote the PR.
Probably Miss Foss.
Right. So I'm just massively confused. I'm sick to my stomach. I can't freaking concentrate on anything because of the sheer terror of me being removed from this program for a misunderstanding.
Wow, you mean you actually feel like you might have to have some repercussions for your actions, and not paying attention to what you were actually supposed to be doing? Because remember when you were going through your trial, before the trial, how you were trying to do all these things. You told the jail folks here in Orange County, you said, oh, I'm supposed to have this laptop here, I'm supposed to have my files, and in the jail, and yada yada yada. And then it's always about Sarah. Okay, she doesn't listen to how things are supposed to be done. Things have a procedure, they have a way things work, and I'm sure it's much stricter, and in prison in Ocala. If she thought it was strict in county jail, I'm sure that this has been quite the awakening since she's been in prison.
Well, okay. Let me take a look at these emails, and you want me to just make any changes that I think are necessary and send it, or you want to just send it exactly as is?
I had put in there, please, for you to add anything that you think that would benefit my cause,
Okay.
because you have worked with Miss Foss and Miss, what's her name too, Miss Santiago.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
It's just mind blowing to me. It's just mind blowing. Out of all of the effed up things that go on in this compound, they're worried about me being successful in my pretrial conference with my tablet. It's just wild to me.
It's nuts.
And it stripped me of everything else that I've worked for, and like I said, led up to me being an in quotes role model inmate, which is why I'm here in the first place, because they chose me to be in.
The fact that she keeps now repeating, oh, because I've become such a role model inmate. And I can't believe that this would ruin everything. And I'm so sick to my stomach and I can't believe it. Oh my goodness. Everything is only understood by Sarah. Let me put it this way, Sarah only understands when things work out the way she likes them to. So I think that it's extremely very possible that she did not understand what she was being told by the correctional officers about the usage of her tablet. I'm sure they told her she had to file some sort of request or whatever their policy is, and I'm sure that she didn't listen to it at all. I mean, what do you guys think?
Which is why I'm here in the first place, because they chose me to be in here.
Wow.
And so every day I don't sleep. Every night I don't sleep because I'm terrified they're going to wake me up in the middle of the night, tell me, I have to pack all of my stuff. I have to drag it all the way over there. I have to stand there handcuffed holding all of my stuff. And you don't understand, 90% of my belongings, because I don't have anything else, are my court documents that I have from my criminal case that I might be doing something with at some point in my life when Josh Adams contacts me. And I've got to just stand there for hours and hours and hours until I go in front of the board, who know nothing about the situation, who don't know me, who weren't there as a witness, to judge me and then take everything away from me.
There's that phrase again. You just don't understand. You don't understand me. It brings me back to her original interrogation. I don't think you understand who I am. Nobody understands Sarah Boone. At least that's the way she believes it to be. Anyway, that's the way she thinks. Nobody understands her. And she wants Peter to feel bad for her at this point. I gotta take all my stuff and I have to stand there and hold it, and I might have to be moved to an area that's even worse than the one I'm in now. Oh, how horrible. Feel sorry for me, Peter. Feel sorry for me.
Well.
It's ludicrous.
Yeah. Who are the emails going to? One going to Santiago and one going to Foss?
No, it's going to the warden of the entire FDC compound.
Okay.
And then it's going to Frank Gatto, who is the head of security.
Okay, cool.
These are the two people that three of these ladies that have been here forever and a day, decades, and said this is how you're supposed to go about doing it. Please. And you are involved with this too on my side because you've contacted everybody. They all know you too because you've been like a pain in the ass, like I've been a pain in the ass trying to figure out how to get my damn court documents that they just reprimanded me for having them on my tablet. After she, in between the lines, told me that I could take when she went over my inmate request forms, and the tablet in my pretrial conference preparation was one of them.
Yep, 100%.
And I don't think that Peter has been even remotely close to as much of a pain in the ass to them as you have been and continue to be, Sarah, because nobody can beat your level of annoyance. Nobody.
Thank you. I'm not wrong.
No, but I think the way you want to approach this is just at the end of the day, like, I think you just want to say, look, just keep with the whole, it was miscommunication. You don't want to say, like,
I did.
You know what I mean?
And I am.
Yeah.
I'm meek and mild, and yes, I take full responsibility. But please understand this: I did not lie. Wholeheartedly, I did not lie.
Yeah.
It was a misunderstanding.
Yep.
Please.
Okay.
I really need you on this.
I'll get those out today. They'll be out before 12 o'clock.
Fine,
Can you call me back before 12?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was just taking my chance by calling you today because I haven't heard from you, and I was very concerned if you were okay.
Yeah, call me again. Call me around noon. So just in case if there's any questions, I can ask you before it gets sent. But if there's no
Okay,
questions,
I'll go to.
send them.
I got you. I'll call you back around noon.
She was only concerned about Peter because, God forbid, something happens to one of her helpers. Okay, because she was getting Peter and Julian to do all these things for her. It wasn't because she truly cares about Peter. She was just like, oh my gosh, if something happens to him, I don't have this guy to do all my bidding anymore. That's exactly why she was concerned about Peter.
Okay. All right, sir. Keep your head up. You're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it.
If for whatever reason I don't, just know because if it's a strange head count or whatever else is going on, I will call you. It's the moment I can get off my bed.
Okay, you got it.
I'm very grateful.
All right, Sarah. Take care.
Thank you very much. I'll call you later.
She's so grateful. I'm so grateful. Oh, yeah. I'm really, I am anxious to hear how the disciplinary hearing went. So, unfortunately, they don't post some of these in order, these calls, but it'll be posted soon, I'm sure. But yeah, hearing her frantic, you know, upset, concerned, well, I mean, that doesn't bother me. Does it bother you guys? I mean, she sure as hell wasn't concerned for George when she beat the shit out of him, left him in the suitcase to die. You know, and she wasn't concerned about him in court when she lied and said that he was beating the living crap out of her and she was a victim. She was a victim. And I only put him in there because he was going to kill me. Oh, I am the victim, don't you know? Yeah. It's hard to believe pretty much anything that comes out of Sarah Boone's mouth. It really is. But all right, so that is the call. It was just one call on this one. I will definitely be going through the future calls. So again, please check out the third rail. They do put them out. I know they have a Patreon too. If you guys want to do that, that's an extra cost. So it's up to you. In the meanwhile, I hope you have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.